7 reasons why your closest family, friends, and partner betrayed you this year. Welcome, everyone, to the Empowered Educator Podcast. It is your host, back, Janine, with a powerful message to lift up your spirits and to give you some reassurance, some strength, and enlightenment with this message on today. Give this word a thumbs up if it resonates with your spirit. And more importantly, take this message back to God for confirmation if this word is just for you. And finally, like and subscribe to the channel for more motivational words and encouragement daily. Yes, you all. We are at the end of 2023 and we are exiting with a banger on this message today. We're going to leave behind the trash that took itself out because we are looking to the new that the Lord has to bless you with. The topic of my last video for 2023 are 7 reasons why your closest family, relatives, friends, and partners betrayed you this year. I'm telling you, there's nothing like the spirit of betrayal. Let's give this video a like before we delve into this topic, okay? I'm telling y'all, it was quite a year for God's people. We endured so much this year, but you overcame. You know, God says that no weapon formed against you would prosper. And here you are, speaking to that testament on today. We're going to go ahead and get into this word. Give this video a like if you resonate with any of these signs, okay? Number 1, the first reason why your family, friends, relatives, and partner betrayed you is because they saw something in you that they thought they could take for themselves. There's a saying that goes, they watch, they hate, then they copy. Put that down in the comments below. They watch, they hate, and then they copy. They saw something in you that they wanted to take for themselves. You know, this reminds me of the story of Cain and Abel. These were the first children of Adam and Eve. And, you know, generational curses are real and prevalent things. History always repeats themselves. Adam and Eve were disobedient to God, and they tried to hide themselves of their sin. But you know, you cannot hide what you do in the darkness. It will always come to the light. Here we have Cain, and he saw how the Lord favored his brother Abel and his offerings, but the Lord rejected his. It says in the book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 4, and Abel, he also brought off the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. What does the Bible say about anger? In the book of James, chapter 1, verses 19 through 20, it says, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. You know, Cain became very angry. He was he was furious, in fact. He was so angry that an evil spirit ruled over him. And God loved him so much that he warned him before his fall. It says in verse 7, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Yes, Cain allowed his anger to be his weakness in this moment, and he slew his own brother, and he attempted to hide it. My important question in regards to my viewers on today is how many of you can attest that you were attempted to be slewed this year? How many of you nearly lost your life because the enemy was crouching at your door? Who can attest that your spouse tried to take you out? Well, let me tell you something. The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7 says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." You cannot hide the true feelings of your heart. And you know it takes a hardened heart to do a damage like murder. It takes a wicked soul to conceal it. God knew Cain's heart, and it's the heart that he judges his children by. This is why people had to remove themselves from you. It's because their heart wasn't right. They wanted you in their presence to take something they thought they could have for themselves. And that's favor. They ran your bathwater to obtain favor. They kept your kids in their company so that they could obtain favor. They married you so that they could have favor. They did you favors to obtain favor. Now, the only favor that they did for themselves is promote you. Now, that's what I like to call favor. I want somebody to put that down in the comments below. That I am blessed and I'm favored. Tell that to someone next to you today. That I'm blessed and I'm favored. Tell the enemy that you tricked me, but I'm still blessed and I'm still highly favored. Yes, they wanted something that you had, and they jeopardized your relationship with them to obtain it. The second reason why your relatives and your partner betrayed you this year is because, believe it or not, these people were jealous of you. And I'm a very humble person, so it takes a lot out of me to even claim or tell someone that they are jealous of me. The book of James, chapter 3, verse 16 says, "For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work." Being jealous of someone, even to go as far as the opposite sex, is crazy work. Do you know how much energy you have to expel to be jealous of someone? We are in the end times for sure, because you have these confused men, our brothers, prancing around acting like females and grown children. These people are jealous of you. And the very last command of the Lord is, "Thou shalt not covet." And that scripture is written last for a reason. When people come across you, this is one of the first feelings that they feel when they come into contact with you. They're jealous of the very things that they tease you about. Growing up, I was always teased about my lips. You may have been teased about your eyes. I've even been teased about my accolades, your favor. That sister in law is mad because she wants to unalive her life. And here you are living the best of yours with her brother. The same brother that wreaked havoc on her childhood because her mom was running around being a harlot. But you prioritized the blessings that God brought to you in your life. And that's what makes your life worth living. How are these people going to be jealous of the same favor that's offered to everyone? Every one of God's people has favor. They have the same opportunity as everyone else. They have the same opportunity Cain had when he was confronted by Abel. A takeaway I want you all to have from this video is to change your heart. Your enemies need to change their heart. This is a call to action. Change your heart in 2024. You need to change it. There's a saying I have here on my wall. It says that nothing changes until you change. I need someone to drop that down in the comments below. Tell somebody that nothing changes until you change. They're jealous of you because they won't change. You changed, and so for that reason, you don't have a reason to be jealous. They're jealous of you because they won't change. And the crazy thing about it is, we all have free will, and it's a simple choice. They can choose to change. Yet they're still stuck. Who can attest to that? They're still stagnant. They're still unhealed. These people are still running rampant, damaged. These people are jealous. And that's the reason why they had to betray you. The third reason why your family and your friends and your partner betrayed you this year is because they got a rise out of seeing you hurt. I can't make any of this up. Nothing makes your enemies more proud than to witness your hurt. They take honor in the fact that they're the ones that committed this crime. They honor the fact that they took you down. But don't they always celebrate too soon? The Philistines celebrated too soon. Your baby daddy, too, celebrated too soon. Your ex-husband, your ex-wife, anybody else that fits in that category celebrated too soon. Put that down in the comments below. You celebrated too soon. Every decade that I've lived in this life, something detrimental has happened. Every single decade. At 10 years old, I lost my family. I also lost my place of residence. At the age of 20, I lost my partner, and I damn near lost my own life. Here I am now at the age of 30. I lost my husband, and I damn near lost my life again. Every loss I experienced in my life was a setback for a comeback. And every loss you've experienced was a setback for yours too. There's nothing worse than your enemies having to picture you rolling, as Tupac would say, watching you from a distance, how none of their repulsive actions had an effect on you. They hate the fact that they didn't see you crumble, But here they are suffering because they're crumbling. You say a prayer for these people. They need a lot of support, and it's not support that they're going to get from the helping hands of others. Samson may have sealed his fate when he shared his weaknesses with Delilah, but that never made Samson weak. What made Samson weak was his inability to fight back. Your relatives were low-key satisfied when your marriage went to ruin, and some of them even came to the rescue to see for themselves. Your in-laws were happy when they coerced your partner to leave you and to also leave their children alone for you to nurture and care for. And I'm going to tell you something. Every single one of those people that did you wrong set themselves up to fall. And they're big mad now, aren't they? They're not living in my 3,000 square foot house, but they paying them bills though. They're not making a living the right way, so they're selling them drugs to get ahead of you. Your enemies celebrated too soon, and now they're doomed. They got a euphoria off of seeing you hurt, but now they're hurt. They're injured, and they're hurting. You caused them the biggest narcissistic injury that they've ever faced in their lifetime. And ain't no coming back from that. Fourth reason why your family and your friends and your partner betrayed you this year is because they felt like this was their chance to finally get ahead of you. Competitiveness where you don't compete is unfair. Why do people think everything is a low-key competition, especially the ones closest to you? What causes a competitive spirit? Fear, anger, frustration, jealousy, and the list goes on. Because competitiveness doesn't come from a godly spirit. There's a saying that goes, people fear what they don't understand, yet they find themselves competing against you. And you've never been the type of person to compete in life. You understand the basic law of reaping and sowing. The effort that is put in demonstrates the results that are put out. Furthermore, you've sat back while everyone else around you had their time to shine. And now that it's your turn, your own people are not happy for you. There's no such thing as competition when we all were made to eat. There is literally enough bread to go around for everyone sitting at the table. That's why it's so important for these people who are so focused on you to put their eyes not on their own paper, but on their own passion. If everyone was operating in their own gifts and their destiny, then there wouldn't be a desire for sin. Dividing communities is sin. Deception is sin. Secret competition is sin. These are sinful acts that will surely lead to destruction. And you've done nothing but be there for the same folks when they needed you. But the moment it was time for you to be celebrated, where was these people? They disappeared. The fifth reason why your family and your friends and your partner betrayed you this year is because they heard ungodly counsel and they ran with it. All the points that I'm giving you in this video is riddled with jealousy. These are the things that jealous people do. You stay clear of these types of spirits in 2024. The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 4 says, "A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue." This is why gossip is the new popular news around here. Jealous people coerce ungodly counsel. And I've been a victim, and I know so many of you have been a victim too. Ungodly wisdom from people who lack knowledge and wisdom is detrimental to your life. Whenever someone is giving you advice, ask yourself for the spirit of discernment. You have to have the spirit of good and poor judgment to take on advice from others. This is why a personal relationship with the Creator is necessary, because listening to people who have nothing to lose, counsel people who have everything to lose, are going to put them in a position to lose it all. It is deadly, and I personally can attest to that. For example, if someone plants the idea of divorce or separation, but God did not say to divorce or to separate, it's going to lead you astray from the will of God. People who advocate for division are the same people in a battle with division. This is why the divorce rate is so high today. People are entertaining their wants of their flesh or the desires of others. And you also won't believe the number of conversations that went on in suspicion of you. These people, they talked about you behind closed doors. Your in laws, they set a pick for you. They knew something was up when God brought you into their life. They told my ex to remove himself before it got too deep. Ungodly counsel is detriment. 2024, this year, your best bet is to move in silence and keep everything personal between you and the Creator. You need to get yourself a journal, write it down, start a channel, pray over it, cry, weep, let it out. Do not get so emotional that you feel the need to rely on someone else. One of my favorite songs by Monica is I Keep It to Myself. Ooh, isn't that song powerful? Baby, you have to keep it to yourself this year, unless it be a testament that you can share with others. You need to keep your thoughts, your feelings, your actions to yourself. The sixth reason why your families, your friends, and your partner betrayed you this year is because they thrive off of your chaos. Your chaos makes their chaos less chaotic. Now, make that make sense. You give your in laws and your relatives something interesting to talk about. You're like breaking news. Your car, your house, your spouse, you give them the story. It's like breaking. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 28 says, a froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. This is all a plot to take away God's will for your life. None of this is righteous. None of these points are efforts to exalt you. Your chaos was more than likely caused by some of the people closest to you. And they're not going to admit that. No, God is going to reveal the darkness to the light. He's going to show you. And I'm going to tell you something too. It's a lonely walk on the straight and narrow. As a woman who didn't ask for any of this, I can attest to that. That's not to say that I'm perfect. I too am a sinner just like you, but I don't go around talking bad about people to entertain my demons. I don't feel the need to whisper about somebody else behind closed doors. My eyes are always on my passion. But this is what causes family to break down and then the curse to be passed down. They betrayed you because they didn't want to see you win or you do better than them. And the seventh reason why your family and your friends betrayed you, your partner, is because they have cowardice spirits. These people are riddled with cowardice spirits. I'm going to wrap up this video with Galatians chapter 5, verse 16 through 21. I'm actually going to read this in the NIV version. So I say, walk by the Spirit, and so you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. For the flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the flesh. They are in conflict with each other, that you are not to do whatever you want. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. The acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, impurity and debauchery, idolatry and witchcraft, hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. God says, I'll warn you as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. You all, let's go into 2024 with a hopeful attitude that God is preparing a new promise with you. Check out my video about the fact that He's offering you a new covenant. A new covenant is in your favor. Understand that everything that the devil took will be replaced with double fortune, because you were patient, you were healed, and you are more than deserving. You are deserving. Your adversaries have been your closest people. But God says any person who puts a relative before me is not worthy of me. You've sacrificed so much to be of worth and of value, to prioritize the relationship with your Creator. You will be blessed abundantly. And although New Year's is not a holiday that I celebrate, I do wish to, all of my subscribers and my viewers, I wish you all a happy new year as we go into 2024. We are just hours away from being the difference that we're going to make in this world. Leave a great imprint. Leave a longing legacy. You all, I'm so grateful to have you all here. 7 reasons why your family, your friends, and your partner betrayed you this year. I just gave you those 7. Go ahead and give this video a like if you can relate to any of the ideas that were shared in this video. And y'all, I look forward to making more and creating more with you all in the year 2024. You all take care and be blessed. Peace.